What's good YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul and welcome to another remake video. In this one we're going to go ahead and remake Drake's latest record, Laugh Now Cry Later, featuring Lil Durk. A lot of big celebrities in that music video if you haven't seen it. A lot of Nike product placement if you hadn't seen it, but with that said, let's get straight to it. First things first, going to change our tempo to 134 beats per minute. And I'm going to start off with an 8-bar pattern loop. And I'm going to bring in Logic's Mellotron just to build out that first sound here. And I'm going to change this over to a brass. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and just draw in that first pattern. We're going to duplicate that over, and then except this last bit right over here, we're just going to duplicate this. All right, and now we get that full pattern just like that. All right, next we gotta do is open up Logic's Mellotron, and let's go ahead and just manipulate this sound to get it more sounding like the one in the track itself. Just give it a little darker sound right there. Next is going to open up an EQ and just filter out a little bit more. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and bring in a distortion unit here just to bring out some of the mids. Actually, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring in a chorus effect here. Just give it more of like a wishy-washy type of vibe. And last but not least, I will bring in a little bit of reverb here. I'll go to Logic Space Designer. All right, next is going to create a new software instrument track. And we're just going to go ahead and layer up this sound here. We're going to go over to our browser tool, and we're going to go to orchestral, brass, and we're going to go to trumpets. We're going to copy down the same pattern. And I'm just going to take the bass notes here. Not that note, just the bass ones. And we're going to copy it down over another octave. Maybe we'll pitch this down one octave as well. Kind of fills out a lot of that mid-range right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and open up Logic's EQ. I'll pull that back a little bit, bring in some more high end. Next, I'm going to go ahead and create another instrument track, and I'm going to bring in that bass that we hear in there. It's just going to follow the bass notes right over here. So if I go ahead and it's going to take all that out right there, it's going to follow this note right over here, or sorry, this pattern right over here. So I'm just going to delete that and just loop that. Push that over. And for the sound, I'm going to go bring in, it's from a kit that I'm putting together, a Logic preset kit with like full of 80s types of sounds. It's going to go, it'll be released shortly soon. I'm still working on it, but I'm going to bring in the DX brass right here. And it's going to sound something like this. Just going to pitch that up 1 octave. Maybe I'll pitch it down 1. Go back to the original. So I'm going to open up the EQ, and I'm going to take a lot of the top end out. And we'll take a lot of the low end out as well. We want it very mid-rangey. And if you bring it all together, and I'm just going to change this to a mono sound. I'm going to pull the release up a bit. Alright, so there's our bass sound. Next, let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. And we're going to bring in a piano here. We're going to go to piano, Steinway grand piano. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy this down to here. And I just want the chords part. So I'm going to take out all those dun dun dun, that type of sound out, take that out. It's going to sound like this. Except I'm going to take out these bass notes. And on the EQ, I'm going to filter out some of the highs. Maybe on this bass sound, I'm going to bring in like a little bit of a chorus here just to make it a little bit more wishy-washy. Alright, so that sounds good like that. Next, it's going to create a new software instrument track. And let's get to our drums. I'm going to bring in a drum kit I put together for this remake, the Laugh Now, Cry Later drum kit. And just going to pop that down. Let's go start with our clap. Just put it on the 3s. Next, let's go ahead and put in our hi-hats. We're going to change this over to 32 steps, and I'm going to change this over to 8s. We're going to start off with a pattern, a straight hit. Put a little bit of note repeat right there. I'm going to go ahead and draw in our kick pattern. Once again, I'm going to change this to 32 steps. We'll start on the 1. Alright, and last but not least, let's go ahead and put in our 808. I'm not going to do a pattern region, I'm going to do a MIDI region. And let's go ahead and draw in that 808 pattern. All right, let's go pitch that down, and we got our 808. And it's gonna sound something like this. All right, last but not least, we're gonna create a new software instrument track, and we're gonna bring in an arpeggiator. We're gonna go over to arpeggiator right over here, and we're gonna go over to synth basics. And I think the preset that I wanted to use was dripping cycles. And I'm just gonna go ahead and draw in that note. That's gotta be just a sustained note. It's this little arp that we hear in the background. Just gonna, it's not exact, but you get the idea. I'm gonna bring it in right over here, maybe pitch it up a bit. All right, and that's pretty much the beat right there. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to the song, get an idea of the arrangement. I'm gonna come right back. All right, so we're back. Here is the quick arrangement of Drake's track, Laugh Now, Cry Later, featuring Lil Durk. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, and listen to the remake we just put together. So right there is Drake's track, Laugh Now, Cry Later, featuring Lil Durk, remade in Logic Pro 10. For your Logic users out there, I'm gonna go ahead and place this entire session for you guys, place it as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For your non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm gonna go ahead and export all the MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit that we used in this remake. You can find that entire playback down in the description box below this video. So if you have any questions on this, we can go ahead and chat in the comment section below. What do you think about this new Drake record? Is he back to being the old Drake? Or do you like the song? Do you not like the song? Let's go ahead and talk down below. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember, hit that thumbs up, and of course hit that subscribe button for more great videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.